It's taken over 100 years of driving and 1 billion engines to get here. People have tinkered and tested to make cars run and to make them fun. But coming up with the first practical engine was the biggest challenge of all. In 1878, Nicholas Otto of Germany built a single-cylinder power plant that was smaller and stronger than others around the world. His engine generated more power than bulkier rivals thanks to 2 additional steps. This motion came to be known as a 4-stroke cycle, the same system still used in cars today. During the intake phase, fuel and air are drawn into the cylinder as the piston moves down. In compression, the piston moves up to squeeze the fuel-air mixture, making it more explosive. Then ignition occurs, which hurls the piston down, creating the power stroke. During the final stage, the piston moves back up to exhaust any unburned gases. Earlier 2-cycle models that skipped compression and ignored exhaust were left in the dust. 4 cycles packed a bigger punch with the same amount of fuel. By 1886, Gottlieb Daimler and Carl Benz improved on their countryman's tabletop design. Gasoline-powered vehicles were on the road.
These engines were better built, they were more carefully machined, they had better compression, had better horsepower. They began to use gasoline. The other vehicles used a mixture of camphor and gasoline, and sometimes kerosene.
They worked, but they had little to fear from early police, with top speeds under 10 miles per hour. The Americans were a little behind their European counterparts at first, but they caught up with a vengeance by the end of the century. The Duryea brothers built one of the earliest successful gas-powered vehicles in the U.S. in 1895.
The Duryea was a 1-cylinder engine. It was somewhere around 4 horsepower. Would propel the vehicle, 9 or 10 miles an hour, going downhill with a tailwind.
By the turn of the century, gas engines became more powerful as 2-cylinder models grew more common. But early drivers still had other options.